Testing, 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 testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That sounds official, doesn't it? Coach Santos here. We're going to get started here in just a few. I apologize for the late entry here. It is 7 p.m. It's actually 7:04 p.m. We are live, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Coach Santos, Stockton, California. This is where you want to be if you're a problem gambler. You're a gambler that's looking for a solution. You're a gambler that's tired. You are a person that you want to find yourself. You want to create something better, something new. Friend, I'm inviting you to this hour of power. This is podcast number 232 with Coach Santos out of Stockton, California. Got a fly driving me nuts here. I apologize for that. So please I welcome you, guest, community, come inside. Please listen up. You have a question, you have a concern, you've got something on your mind, you're seeking, you're seeking, you're seeking. I welcome you to my life, our life. Today's topic, by the way, is going to be seek. All right. Well, it looks like we do have somebody that's joined in. I don't know. Let me turn down this. All right. Enough of that. Let me double check one more thing. Make sure that we've got my okay. Got the camera set up a little bit different, and I have to double check something here. Audio. Okay, test. Oh, that's why the microphone is off. Okay, let's see, test. Test 2, 3. All right. All right. It looks like we're on. All right. Welcome. Uh, okay. Are we alive? Are we alive? Can you hear me? Is the volume on? Can you hear me, Jim? Should be uh should be on. Okay, there we go. Hey, Jim, welcome. Good to see well, it looks like people are coming on and they're coming off. What are we going to do tonight here? We're going to gather tonight and hey, Jesse, we're going to have a good 45, 50 minutes of something good. It's like we're all going to come to dinner tonight here, right? I'm preparing a great meal. I'm inviting everybody to come in and let me see. It's flank steak tonight, folks. It's medium rare flank steak tonight and some asparagus tips along with some thinly sliced, lightly seasoned potatoes. That's what's on the menu tonight. So I hope you're hungry. I came hungry. I want to leave with something. So I'm here for me and I'm here for you. So welcome. once again, I want to make sure that I see the chat. I definitely want to focus on the chat and make sure that I give you undivided attention. You're welcome to come on the camera if you want to come on the camera. As you can see, I'm wearing one of my official shirts today. I feel stronger. I actually feel stronger wearing this shirt. You wouldn't believe. You got to check out the back, though. I think the back looks pretty good. Oh, yeah. Pretty nice and big. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Soldiers of Self-Mastery Community. So, yes, we've got. Let me see what else I got here. So, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We've got a couple of things going on. We got a proverb. Out of time, and Jesse's with us. So we've got a couple of samples of the t-shirts. Got PNGZ. You know what that is, right? I think it says permanent no gambling zone. Permanent gambling no zone. Permanent. So, yep. The t-shirts are official. soldiersofselfmastery.com. There you go. Permanent no gambling zone. So we're doing it. Got a couple of t-shirts here. This one's a little different. Promoting something else that I'm doing there. So I'm excited about that. I don't know about you, but I'm excited and I'm looking forward to Monday. Laura says, cool. I'm feeling cool. Anybody got a question? We're going to be talking about, what are we doing here, folks? Facebook. I don't know if there's anybody watching via Facebook. What are you doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Are we at the right place at the right time? Could this meeting here be the right place? Could it be the right environment? What if it's not the right environment? What if this is a hindrance to you? All right, Laura says, cool. Good, constant, positive reminders. All right, by the way, 7-day challenge, right? 7-day challenge. How many remember 7? Do I got 7? Do I have 7 fingers up? 7-day challenge. Pardon me. 7-day challenge. If you made it to the 7-day challenge, hoorah! I give you a salute. Special salute to you. I had somebody come on. I think they're still trying to come on the live stream via YouTube. I had another setup. I had a little bit of a technical difficulty, so I had to come over here to there is opportunity. If you want to come on the camera, you can come on the camera. I am on YardStream or StreamYard, as you can see. I am because I couldn't get set up on YouTube for some reason. So I am, again, I'm going to focus on if you have a question for me, I want to make sure that we keep an eye on the chat. I have a proverb, and I really want you to ask yourself, those of you that are here, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, folks, why are we here? What are we doing here? What in the world are we doing here on a Sunday night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time? I hope you guys didn't come to see me because I'm not that great of an entertainer. I hope you came here for something better. So we're on this topic. I got a proverb I want to read here. And this is number 232. I do have a proverb. Where's my proverb? Let me get my proverb real quick. Uh-oh. Did I leave it? I did, didn't I? Oh, I did. Okay. So we're going to... No, I didn't. There it is. I'm discombobulated today. Forgive me. I had too much light in the studio in here, and it was blinding me. I was like, "Whoa, it's pretty cool because I can change the lighting in here, and it messes with everything. It's it's pretty cool. I like this. Anyways, um, there you go. It's it's cold in here. I'm freezing. Yeah, you did. You made it. Hey, does anybody have a question or anything, or am I just going to try to entertain you here tonight? No, I'm not. We're going to talk about this subject. We got a call to action, and I'm looking for the proverb here coming up. Woo, a little bright there. All right. So, what is today's proverb? By the way, today's Sunday, and there's a lot of happening out there, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of happening out there. I don't really want to talk too much about that, but there is a lot of happening out there beyond the borders of the United States. Today's proverb is Isaiah 43. It says, even I am the Lord, and beside me there is no Savior. I have declared and have saved, and I have showed when there was no strange God among you. Therefore ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord, that I am God. That's an interesting proverb because the Jehovah's Witnesses religion, they really count on that proverb, and because they're the Jehovah's Witnesses. They're the official religious group of the earth, they say, which honestly is a bunch of gobbledygook because God does the choosing. He's the one that's in control of all of these wonderful things called salvation. If it was left to you and I, or to the Jehovah's Witnesses, we would have messed it up altogether a long time ago. We wouldn't even be here. All right, so we finished with the proverb. We're talking about seek, okay? Seek. Yes, I know this might be a boring podcast to you, but I really want you to think, I want me to think too about what am I seeking? Like why am I here? What am I doing here in this environment? What am I supposed to get out of this environment? What am I supposed to give into this environment? Why am I here? Is this supporting my direction? Is this improving me as an individual, as a man, as a woman? Folks, I believe we have to start getting really serious about the things that we're doing, because if not, we're wasting time where we could be using time to use, to do something great, something outstanding for yourself, exploration for yourself. If it ain't here, if it isn't on this broadcast, on this podcast, then you must find it. You must find it. You must find what it is that you're seeking. If you're moving in the direction of gambling, why are you gambling? Why are you seeking? Maybe you don't even know why. You have no clue why you're seeking gambling. You have no clue. Okay, great. Now you're on to something. Can you get what I'm sharing tonight? I'm being a little forceful maybe, because I don't think we have a lot of time, folks. I don't think we have a lot of time, and we must use the time that we have to the best, to the most effective ways possible. It's like getting from point A to point B, from point B to BC. It's not like it was 15, 20 years ago. All right. Let me see what we've got here. Question, Laura Santos, can you maybe make calendars? Yes, we can make calendars. We can make calendars. I just need to know, again, there's a company that would produce the work. But, if you want a calendar, I could probably produce a calendar. I'll look into it. I'll see if I can. At soldiersofselfmastery.com, soldiersofselfmastery.com. Okay. soldiersofselfmastery.com is a hub site for you to get, there's all kinds of great things there. It's not just products for sale, folks. We all got to make a living, right? We all have to make a living. Man, I'm struggling in this world just like you are. So we all have to sell us a product, a service, or something. A kind word, some cookies, peanut butter cookies. So the site is up and running. There's all kinds of different things going on there. I'm asking for your support so that we can support one another, so that we can support others. You know, I really just want to go forward and just take advantage of the time that I have, obviously, with everything that I'm doing, but I want to just make sure that it's really good, nice and tight. And, it does something. I don't want to create videos that do nothing. I want to be able to create videos that do something for somebody else and for myself too. So you're in the same boat. You're looking for something. You want to do something. You want to build something. But gambling you got to get rid of gambling. You got to get rid of gambling, right? Or whatever. The other thing might be, I don't know what it might be. We all have these things. Let me see. Seeking bad or good. Jim says, do we have to wait? Out of time, says myself ban is about to expire. Let me see if there's a question. Jesse has a question in here. And Jim talks about seeking good or bad. Jim, you can come on the camera. Let me see. I don't know. Let me give you an invite here. If you want to come on the camera, you're welcome to. Anybody can come on the camera. You're welcome to come on the camera. Listen, I don't have it. I don't own this space. I just rent it. I pay for it. You're welcome to come on the camera with me. We can discuss it here. It doesn't look like there's too many people interested in this broadcast for some reason, and that's okay. That's okay by me. Time is going to go by quick. 30, 40 minutes is going to go by quick. There's a few of us here. We could take advantage of this time and we can make something better. I don't know about you, man, but I'm just tired of the muckety muck and all the confusion and all the stuff that just we put off. We keep procrastinating. You put it off, and I do the same thing. Yeah, I'm not gambling anymore, but I still got other shit that I got to do in my life, right? And we get in these routines where, where am I going? What am I seeking? What my direction? Where am I supposed to be going? You have to take the time out to ask yourself like that hard, whatever. I don't know. Maybe I told myself the other day, I said this to myself. I'm a hard person. I've noticed this about myself. I'm a difficult person. I don't like to be around too many people. It's not that I don't like to be around too many people. It's just that I have values, and I notice that a lot of people cross my values very easily. People are not aware. People don't pay attention today. They're not awake. All right. So, do we have to wait to get breakthrough? Sometimes it's silence. Well, it depends, Jesse. It depends on, I believe that all things are possible, but not everybody thinks like me. And that could be life, right? We have to wait, but sometimes we don't have to wait. Sometimes we're waiting out of it's unnecessary. I have people that come on. I read the comments. I comment every day. I comment every single day on the YouTube videos. Welcome, Jim. And every once in a while, I get somebody that comments back. I get hundreds of comments, and I do comment on just about every one of those. Just about. I'm not saying all of them, because sometimes I'll get comments from a comment that somebody left, another comment, and it's like I can't even get in there. It's weird. Uh, and I noticed the lack of motivation, the lack of desire to read a book, the lack of desire to journal, the lack of desire to really stay focused on a project for an hour, for two, and it's sad. It's really sad. And again, this is what's happening over there in Israel. The lack of communication. People living right there side by side. They can't sit down. They can't sit down and communicate. And yet they're there, like face to face. Is that you, Jim? You coming back on? You got triple threat there down there. What happened? We're adding 3 Jims here. Which one do I remove? So Jesse says exactly. Yeah.
The one that's not moving.
Yeah. Okay, we got you there, Jim. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jim. We're talking about, seek. In fact, I'm going to make a t-shirt that says SEEK, seek.
I don't know. Am I echoing?
No, you're good.
I kind of hear you echoing something.
Are you? Because you've got 2 live streams on. I'm trying to remove one here. Let me see. I try to remove one, but it's still on here. So you've got a double feature going on. I might have to remove you. And let me see. Add the stage.
Okay, get rid of me. I'll come back.
Remove this one. Yeah, see? Remove. Okay. No. Let me see. Okay, you're gone. No, you're still there. Add the stage. Remove. You're still there now. I don't know. Let me see. Ban from studio. Oh, I can't do that. Okay. Well, you're fine. Huh? Yeah. Okay. Now I still have you on here. You're going to have to log off completely there, Jim. Anyhow, I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. I made some t-shirts. I spent some time designing. I did some things. You got to use your time, get creative. Permanent no gambling zone. There you go. By the way, I don't know if anybody's watching via Facebook, Twitter. If you're not subscribed to this, if you're a struggling gambler, I'm going to invite you to subscribe to this channel. I believe this is the perfect playground for you. I believe this is the perfect environment if you're truly serious on wanting to break the habit, crack the cycle, start fresh, start new. This is the place to be. This is the place to come here and hang out during the week on Sundays for at least 45 minutes. And I'll take your questions. If you have a question, you can ask a question. You can make your statement, whatever. People chat here without even, they talk about stuff that they're doing. And that's great. People are communicating. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, the topic today is seek, right? And I guess you really need to know where you want to go. And if that's truly where you want to go, maybe you really don't know where you want to go. Maybe you say, oh, I want to go ahead and get off of my addiction, right? And you put your effort in there, but your problems are not going away because your addiction could just be the symptom of a really big problem, you see. So I mean, we got to be very clear about what's going on with our lives. Yeah, I mean, we could be pointing our finger at something that's just.
Hi, Natalie. Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to really look at your life. You got to go and really break it down. You got to go and just journal and write down, what's going on in my life? What are all these problems I'm seeing? And what's the source? Where's all this nonsense coming from? And then you have to go ahead and dig deep and figure out, okay, well, that's a problem that I need to deal with, but will I be capable, confident, brave enough to deal with this stuff? You know, um, and I think I said in the comments, sometimes we seek to avoid. It's like I don't want to go there. I want to go somewhere else, like the casino or the bar or the drugs or the food. You know, um, in a way, that kind of solves your problem, right? Temporarily, but it could be causing a bigger problem down the road. You know, I also said, it's like some people use like was it GA, all the Alcoholics Anonymous, Gamblers Anonymous, they use the Bible, they use religion, they use God to help. That's a pretty good handbook, right? Or guidebook, to living a better life. Some people say that they can do it on their own, you know, um, but those messages are fairly universal. You know, morality, how to live a good, decent, life. Um, but yeah, some people, are not strong enough, so they need to put their faith in something stronger. And if they can go ahead and do that, hey, two is better than one, isn't it, Santos? When you're doing it all alone, it's tough, right? But
Yeah.
if you believe in something more powerful, right, that can help you, right? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So seeking, you got to go ahead and kind of look at maybe where we're going right now. Where are we going right now? Are we just treading water? Are we moving in the wrong direction financially? What is it? In our family lives, in our work lives, where are we going? And it's like, oh gosh, this is the wrong direction, maybe. And perhaps, okay, I need to seek a different direction.
We need to let me see if I can Jim, I think we're all in trouble, man. I hate to say that, but I think we're all in trouble because we're not focused. That's why I was thinking about this broadcast over the last couple of days, the last week, about this word. And I've asked myself, I've been asking myself more and more lately because sometimes things aren't going our way and we have to change. I remember a story in the Bible, let me see, about a brook. There was a man that was near a brook, and you should be able to see that a little bit better now. And he hung out near the brook, and then the brook dried up. So he was getting quite a bit from the brook, and eventually he got the message that God wanted him to move on. He didn't want him near the brook. So, seeking, in fact, there's a group of people that call themselves Seek. I don't know if you know that, Jim. You know that?
Seek.
Maybe some. Yeah, there's a group of individuals that call themselves
the Seek.
Yeah. Did you know that?
I know there's a Spanish word, cacique, but that has nothing to do with seek.
Well, if you didn't know that, you learned something new on this broadcast. Yeah, there's a group of people, and I don't want to begin to classify nationalities, but when I thought about this word seek, it really brought my attention to these individuals. Now, I don't know. I know they're religious individuals. I can tell you that. They are religious. I don't know what their motives are. I don't know what their intentions are, their modus operandi, their MO. I don't have any idea. I know what the word seek, when you look at the word seek, right? You think, we don't think of the word, a lot of things that we don't think about sometimes. But the word seek is a very simple word, but it's not that simple. It has a lot of meaning. It has a lot of, you can, just thinking about the word seek, just thinking about it and speaking about it can do something for you tonight. Might be able to do something for us tonight. It's interesting, the word seek. Is it a verb? Jim, you ought to know that, right? I
Yeah,
don't know.
seek is to search, right? To search for,
Yeah.
to look for,
Attempt to
right?
find something. They came here to seek, right? They came here to seek shelter from biting winter winds. So they came to an environment. Uh, the environment provided something they were seeking. Attempt or desire to obtain or achieve something. And the something doesn't have to be necessarily invisible. It could be something physical too, right? Ask for something from someone. He sought help from the police. So, you know, I'm just bringing this up because I think it's a good focus to think about this word seek for yourself individually, for yourselves individually, all of us individually. Because again, you Jim, you might think you're headed in the right direction. You might think maybe you don't know, right? Maybe you don't know that you're headed in a really bad direction because you're not really thinking, you're not seeking, you're just going along with everything. I remember, isn't that weird? I remember I used to wake up and just go along with life. I wasn't thinking about I would have thoughts during the day, but they were not very important thoughts. I was just getting up every day and going almost like a robot, like a robot. Yeah, just like a robot. And I don't live that way today. I'm constantly I'm constantly seeking. I guess I'm a seek. Does that make sense to anybody out there? People coming on and off. Okay, we've been here 32 minutes. Jim, you want to
Yeah, I mean, like,
Pedro?
it's kind of important to really choose how you see things, right? And what to seek for. You think about 9/11, right? It's like people say, "Where's God? Where was God in 9/11? Look what happened. Look at the terrible things that happened there." Well, I saw God right there. I saw God now. I saw the best coming out of people with those first responders running up those twin towers. I mean, that's that. Look at that. Look at people helping one another. So, what are we looking for in every situation? You know, are we seeking the worst? Are we seeking the best? You know, in our situation. I mean, what's going through our mind? What are we choosing to search for? You know,
Yeah.
it's that it's that importance to really really think about what you're thinking about, right? What Biden said,
Mhm.
metacognition. So I mean, response to the situation. I told my friend Willie this afternoon. I told him the best is yet to come. What does that mean? The best is yet to come. He tells me, he has my beliefs, I have my, he has his beliefs, I have my beliefs. So beliefs are a choice, right? So if we say the best is yet to come, what is that? What kind of mindset is that? I'm going to look for the best. I'm going to go out and use this
Mhm.
challenge,
Yeah.
as a way to do better, to help me,
Because you could say
so
the opposite too, right?
right,
You could say the complete opposite of what you just said, Jim.
right. I can seek suicide. I can seek, you know,
Right.
every reason to kill myself because of all the horrible things that are happening in my life. I can seek those reasons, man. You know, that's a choice, right? That's a choice. But I mean, really, is it a good choice? Probably not. Probably not.
Angela Jacob has, let me see, is it Angela Jacob says, Jim, have you also had a history of gambling yourself?
Yes, yes. The stocks, 1999, 98. Oh man, I tell you, I stopped working. I stopped work. No, actually, I stopped school because, and I worked 3 jobs. I played the stock market, man. I was buying AOL. I was buying Sprint PCS. I was buying Ameritrade. Looking at the TVs at the nursing home I was working on, just 20% gains. 30% gain, double. I tell you, forget everything else. Let me gamble in the stock market. Let me go and throw all my money. You know, I tell you what, it crashed. It crashed. Had to get back to reality. You see, I mean,
Yeah. And friends, community member, uh, we all know with certainty that um, the dollar is a big gamble. The U.S. dollar has become a big gamble. It's in trouble. We don't know how long, but I don't think the United States is going to bail itself out of the situation that it's in. These other countries are moving in with better currency, currencies that are backed. So we have to really uh, pay attention to what's going on in here. If you don't know, if you don't have if you don't have an idea, if you're not, there's something going on, there's a whatever it might be, make sure that you're seeking. Uh, there's a lot of major changes that are going to be coming this year. A lot of disruptions, Jim. There's going to be a lot of disruptions in the field of technology, jobs. So we have to get smart. One of the areas that we must get smart regarding our money. And I'll tell you, if you're gambling, friend, if you're gambling, you're tapping. You're diminishing your wisdom, is what you're doing. You're diminishing your wisdom because the dollar's already going down, and you have nothing to really support yourself with if you're not looking for an alternative source in the event that something happens with the dollar. Am I wrong about saying this?
it's tough, Santos. I tell you, the United States, I mean, they use the dollar as a weapon, and the whole world depends upon dollars because the world is in debt denominated in dollars. And when the economy crashes, these countries are scrambling to get dollars
Yeah,
to pay off their debts. The interest rates are going up. It's like,
yeah,
how am I going to pay this
we're
stuff?
running out of money to help Ukraine. We're not. They're running out of money,
We have
and they're
plenty of
trying.
money, Santos.
Well, they're sure they can print more of it, Jim.
Exactly right. They
They
can
can
print
print,
more.
but
It's
what is
awful.
that doing? What is that doing to you and I? Right? The more they print, the deeper we go. And this, I mean, I never thought that I'd ever be saying or talking about these things, or I never thought I'd ever be here. But when I look at the economies, and of course the U.S. is still the stronger, a bit stronger. It still is, compared to the other economies. But there is an economy that's growing, and it's called BRICS. And those are major, major countries: Russia, China, India. If that economy blows up in the next 6 months or the next year, what's that going to do to us, Jim? Nobody's going to want the dollar anywhere. They're already getting rid of it. So we have to either that, or we better start growing gardens. We better get good at gardening, learning, getting some tools together, and whatever it is that we need. Because if no income comes in, you have to survive right out there somewhere. However, they're trying to transition to a digital cryptocurrency so they can control everybody with these. They call them the cities, security cities, like they already have in certain places. So there'll be money. They'll be giving money out. I don't really want to be a part of that system. I hope I'm not. But there's a system of digital currency that the United States is putting together, and that is basically going to be complete control, I believe, of everybody's accounts.
You can't print oil, you can't print food, you can't print all this stuff that we need, Santos. It's unfortunate. They can print all the money they want. They can give these digital currencies, these CBDCs, but hey, I mean, there's a limited number of resources on this planet. Doesn't matter how much they're going to go and print, It's awful.
Well, you know what, Jim? Let me share this. Maybe you might disagree, but I believe that there's a lot of resources on this planet. I believe that there's resources on this planet. They don't want to tap deeper. They say that they say, listen, man, I'm telling you, I really believe that there are riches untold on this planet. I really believe that. They're using this thing of like a fear tactic that we're running out of. We're not. There's plenty of soil. We can do all kinds of things. The problem is that there's just sin and corruption's all in the mix. So we just have to we have to seek. We have to seek, right? For the time being. I don't know. I might have 5 years left on this planet, maybe 10, maybe a year. I might be gone in a year. But what am I going to be doing during that year? Kicking back, watching Saturday Night Live, hanging out at the casino, spending $100 a night here and there. No. What, Santos? What are you capable of? What are you capable of? What can you withstand if you have to, Santos? You prepare yourself. You seek, man. Go out there and warn people. Look at these people in Israel that were there. Weren't they at some kind of a festival? Some of them are gone. They were at a festival. They had no idea, but they lived right across the border. I mean, if you lived across the border in Israel and you knew that there was enemies across the other side, Jim, wouldn't you have a little bit more, maybe, I don't know, protection for yourself or something?
I thought they had an iron dome. I thought Israel had an iron dome, that stopped the rockets from coming across or the missiles.
Things are failing, man.
But I don't know, Santos. Sometimes, the narrative is this side hates that side. This side hates that side. There's enemies over there. However, if you go over there, people are fairly peaceful until the evil powers feel that it's important to start shaking up the world as an excuse to create havoc. I remember that one guy. What was his name? Rahm Emanuel. I think he was a secretary for, is it Bill Clinton or something? Never, never lose an opportunity to take advantage of a crisis. And I tell you, manufacturing crises, you got to watch out for those things. But the evil powers are going to do what the evil powers are going to do. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? We got to prepare, right? We got to have our minds right. We can't be faked out and scared and put in a panicky situation by the evil power.
That's exactly right there too, Jim. That if we're not seeking, you're living in fear. If you're not seeking, you're living in fear, and that's exactly what whatever's out there that wants to do you harm. I mean, I believe God is in control, and he talks about fear. But when you live when you live and you're being controlled, to me, like the gambling controlled my life. I lived, but there was a heavy control on my life, man. It was severe. And now when I look back, I could see exactly all of the things that I was doing when I went to work. I would go near the casino. Everything was just like programmed to keep me in that cycle of just perpetual poisoning myself. Eventually it got me, but I got out of it. right? I didn't keep going. So I'm seeking, folks. I'm seeking. Uh, where do I go from here? We created Soldiers of Self Mastery. What else can we do? I don't know if there's much more that we can do, but encourage people to really look at themselves. Look at yourself. What are you seeking? If you're gambling too much, then why are you seeking gambling? What is it about that drive? Figure it out before the drive gets you. Um, Let me see. Pedro Pedro had Eric's. What did Eric say? Chick-fil-A never runs out of chickens. Yeah. God forbid, Santos. You look young and healthy for your age and very positive and in control of your life. You deserve the best. Well, thank you, Pedro. Man, I've had a good life, and I still have my struggles. I still have all of these things, but I love seeking. I just I what makes me, why am I doing this? Where am I going? What am I supposed to be talking? That's just who I am. And some people can't stand me. I'm fine with myself. I'm okay with that. I can't please everybody. I used to try to please a lot of people, and I'm realizing you can't please people. You have to stand up for what you value and declare it and let it be. Let me see. I know I can see Jim's wheels turning there. Let me see. I'm looking for some questions. Oh, by the way, again, if you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe. Subscribe. This is a good place to be, and support this channel. Support this channel if you feel supported. Share, leave a comment. You're part of the 7 day challenge. I'm going to push you. If you're part of the 7 day challenge, I'm going to push you. Right? This is our power, our hour of power. Build your tower. Seek solution. We have a place, no pollution, no more confusion. Tion, confusion. Well, it's spelled with Sion. I know. Uh, so we've got a call to action coming up, and again, 7 day challenge. What is the 7 day challenge? Let me get to that in a minute here. Let me get this screen off. Okay, here we go. We're back to normal, and we're gonna give Jim a chance, another opportunity here. Not a chance. We all have an opportunity. Let me see. What is the 7 day challenge? The 7 day challenge is basically I'm challenging you for 7 days not to gamble. And you're committing live in front of others. You're waving your hand, right? Or maybe you're scared to wave your hand. You're taking 7 days and you're not gambling. So when we meet on Sunday, hey, how, I get a few hands that come up. Yeah, I met the 7 day challenge. Oh, man, put both hands up. I met the 7 day. It's only 7 days. I'm trying to support you to get away from that game if you want to. There's other ways to do it, right? There's more profound ways. If you really want to quit gambling, I can show you the fastest way to quit gambling. If you want to know the fastest way to quit gambling, ask me before I hang up here, and I'll tell you the fastest way. I don't think you'll do it, but it'll be the fastest way for you to quit gambling. So ask me about that at the end if you really want to know. Talk about pressure. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we should seek is patience, because in this like instant gratification, times that we live in, we want to have things done right now, results right now. You're no good if you don't deliver results, right? In this society, and when you see
Yeah.
results given instantaneously, in a service economy, but you can't do it to yourself, well, you're a failure, right? You're no good. It's like, what's the point? I can't do this, right? So we have to seek patience with ourselves. I mean, I'm growing my my plants, my hedges. Just started with an idea. Early this spring. Little by little, I put them down. Every day I water those plants every day. And like they're almost as tall as the fence. I mean, we have to, you got to have that, seek that faith that's going to happen, have that patience, seek that patience. And you know if you can't, if you don't have patience for that, start with something simple, something very simple that you can get results done immediately, something, get started. Once you start doing that, you can see results. It's like, you know what, I think I can go ahead and have enough momentum to start this habit. I mean, it's like, I mean, for those gamblers out there, it's like, forget about gambling. Once you stop stop eating junk food in the evening, you know just try that. After a certain time, try not eating that food. Instead of like eating the Twinkies, pick up a Belvita, I don't know, biscuit, eat
Well,
that.
just make up your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Or
I
just
mean,
make up your mind.
I think that's something that we have to go ahead and be seeking. We have to seek patience with ourselves, and seek
So if you're, yeah, so
faith.
if you're not moving in that direction, right? If you're if you're if you're if you're gambling, if you're doing something that you really don't want to do, you should at least seek why, okay, you're doing something, but why? What's behind it? Because when you ask yourself the right questions, you can get some really good answers. Sometimes the answers that you get aren't the answers that you want to hear, but those are the ones that are going to give you freedom, wisdom, direction, energy. Um, yeah, after 7 days, it's another 7 days. The challenge is just for 7 days, Pedro, if that makes sense. So patience, the words, it's an interesting word. I just encourage people to go on and look at the word. Go look at the word. Dictionary, look at the word for yourself, because everybody has a meaning when they see the word seek. My meaning is not going to be the same meaning that Jim has or Pedro. When you look at the word Sumaya, if you look at the word, you Google the word seek, what I'm sharing with you is my mind, my perspective, my map. When you look at the word, if you were to go to the dictionary, you're going to see something different, right? It's going to be the same meaning. Just little life hacks like that can make a big difference. Just looking up a word. You're struggling in life. I talk about journaling all the time, but just a little word that you begin to understand differently. Wow, I thought that the word seek meant something else, but now as I look at it, wow, I can. It's interesting, the word seek. And maybe that's why those guys, that religious sector, they have that name after them. Seek. They call themselves Seek. Uh, they're looking for some. They're looking for something. Obviously, they're religious people. Either that, or they just want the title. That's nice to have the title, right? Of Mister Seek. Yeah, that guy over there. He's a seeker, so he'll seek you.
It's interesting, Santos. I heard that we're not we're natural. We're not only natural beings, but we're supernatural beings. And if you really think about it, it's like, what other organism has the ability to imagine, their future? What other organism, what other creature has that ability to, see something better, something creative, something constructive? And we have that ability, right? We have the ability to imagine, right? And so
Mhm.
if we can have that idea, that if we can like cultivate that that imagination that's good and kind for us and other people, and that's strong, right? Our mind, you know our vision, it's going to seek that stuff. It's going to go and look for that stuff out there in life, right? I want to imagine a better life, free of the shackles of my addiction, right? I want to
Yeah,
see
whatever that life
myself,
is. Yeah, whatever that life is, better than, yeah.
so
It
that
doesn't
that,
have
that
to be multi-million dollar life or anything like that, but
Right. So I
But
mean,
that wouldn't hurt either, you know, multi-millions coming in, that wouldn't hurt either for a little bit until the, you know, the dollar.
yeah. So I think the stronger that we can picture what we want, you know, the stronger our ability to search for, you know, ways to get that. I think is going to happen. So yeah, I think it's important to seek that, you know, good future, that good imagination in your mind first, you know, and you know, and let that guide you to uh, to do the things necessary, you know, so that you can live a better life.
Exactly. Seek, seek friends. Uh, not friends. I mean, you don't want to have a lot of friends. You want to have a few friends and some allies, right? A few key allies. Um, and some people are just loners. I'm a loner. I like to spend a lot of time by myself. I get creative. I do a lot of things. I experiment. I make mistakes, and I just keep doing things over and over until I get it right, or at least till I'm satisfied. I wrote several books. I'm writing another book. You know, they may not make a lot of money, but man, they make me feel good as a person that created something. I said I was going to write a book 6 months ago, a year ago, and I did it. Maybe I didn't do the other things, but I did that one thing. And I did the other thing. And by little, Jim, it all adds up. Now you've got a mind that's seeking. You know, you're not really, yeah, you relax, but you're seeking. You know where you're going, or at least you have an idea of where you want to go. Have an idea. Having an idea is better than really not knowing.
Yeah, it's like it strengthens your seeking legs when you take those steps, right, in searching, right, and you start accomplishing the job of finding what you were looking for, right? You know, it makes you stronger, gives you more confidence, you know, so that you can get into the habit of seeking more, right? More, refining your search, right? Developing
Yeah.
your search. Uh, and it just gives you more confidence. So start, right?
Start ASAP. Start tonight. Get your journal out and say, hey, what's the word? Where am I going? Yeah, start tonight. And it's it's about seeking. You know, it's about finding and moving and not staying. So, what is the fastest way to quit, Santos? I'm going to give you that here in a minute. Pedro Ramirez says, "Okay, I promise to take on this challenge until next Sunday. I will be back." All right, Pedro. I'm going to be waiting for you here, man. We are at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Pacific Standard here in California. So, what happens after the 7 days? Well, they say that 7 days without prayer makes 1 week. Did you get that? I'm just joking. It's you're supposed to be praying daily. But what happens after 7 days is you should be getting some momentum, right? If you went 7 days without gambling and you're there at the seventh day, you're you're at a point. Okay, you make a decision. You're either going to go for the next 7 days or you're going to gamble in that next 7 days. I'm just issuing a challenge. I'm challenging myself every week. I'm holding myself to that standard. Every 7 days, I show up here. I kept my commitment. So I'm just inviting those of you that are looking for a way out. Challenge yourself. Maybe this little game might help you. Other than that, here's the fastest way if you really want to quit. Let me share that with you. So the 7th day challenge is on. I'm going to give Jim here a minute or two before I get off the airwaves. And I already gave you the call to action tonight. Sit with yourself and ask yourself a question. What do I seek? What do I seek? All right. Now, one of the fastest ways that you can quit gambling, 2 steps. Okay. Number 1, give your money over to somebody that you trust, all of it. Number 1. Number 2, just go out and make a confession to all the people. Go online, make a confession. If you're on YouTube, make a confession and tell everybody. Now, if that doesn't make you quit, you are going to have to hide. You're going to have to get money from somewhere because that person you gave your money to is holding it. They're not going to give it to you. You went out there and you gambled after you told the whole world. Man, it's going to be very difficult for you to gamble if you did something like that. That's why I say you're probably not going to do this, because that would put you in an environment that would force you to change. So that's why I say it's the fastest way to quit. If you wanted to do it that way, I'll tell you how people do it. They get themselves in a program for 45 or 60 days. They get themselves locked in there. That may help somebody. I don't know. I didn't have to do it, but it may help somebody. But the problem is that once you get out, once you get free from that environment, if something is still inside your head, you can take the man out of the casino, you can take the woman out of the casino, but if you don't take the casino out of the man, or you don't take the casino out of the woman, guess what? The man is going to go back. The woman's going to go back. So, hey, I'm not the smartest man in the world, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. I'm not. I consider myself pretty smart. But if I can do this, if I can kick ASS every single day against gambling, I promise you can do the same thing. You can do the same thing. All right, Jim, I'm going to give you the last words, and then we're getting off the airwaves, and I'm heading towards the beach.
Yeah. Just encourage people to have the attitude and belief that the best is yet to come. Just keep on saying that over and over to yourself. You're going to have better days. Better days are coming. So have some enthusiasm for what's coming. That should propel you in the ability to seek, patience, seek a better direction, seek a better plan, seek wisdom, like watching this show, and all of other Santos's videos, seek good people, to be
There's some
around.
good stuff in there.
Yeah. So yeah, if you have that kind of focus, the only direction you're going to go is up, So yeah. And that's why you keep on coming back to this show, to this program. You need that constant positive reminders, right? The constant positive reminders. Yes, you can do it.
Yep.
Yes, there are strategies.
Constant positive reminders.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right, folks. Yep. Well, we've come to the end of the broadcast. This was a little bit of a little bit of a buffet, I guess, of sorts. But we did keep our topic, which was the word seek. And hopefully you walked out of this broadcast with a little bit more knowledge of the word seek. And what might that word do for you? Just thinking about the word seek. The 7th-day challenge is on. I will see you, Pedro. I will see you next Sunday. All right. Pedro, Laura, Sumaya, Angela. It was Jim, Natalie. Yes. Sigues viniendo, Natalie. Sí se puede. Usted puede. Usted puede. Sí se puede. Dale ganas. And who else was with us? Let me see. Race, Eric. All right. And who else? Jesse. Jesse was with us. He shared it on the screen last Sunday with us. Yeah, so that's it, out of time. And then those of you that were visiting via Facebook and Twitter, hey, welcome. Thank you for being with us. And Coach Santos, once again, out of Stockton, California, here at your service, seeking on the 7-day challenge. And Jim from Tucson, Arizona. We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, Santos. Have a good week. Okay. See you next
You
Sunday.
too, Jim. You guys be safe. Be safe, friends.
Here, bye bye.
Oh, what does it say? Mr. Anti-Gambler changed his channel, huh? Yeah. All right. All right, guys. I got to get off the live stream.